let's bring on board Bhansali, CEO on Finance Strategy and Business Development and CFO at Emami. Thank you so much, Mr. Bhansali, for joining in with us this afternoon on ET Now. And, sir, I'm just going to start by talking about margins. We've seen an expansion this time around as well. You've spoken about in your con call about a 200 to 250 basis point expansion for FY24. That's quite aggressive over there as well. What is it that the factors that will actually come into play for the margins? Yes, commodity prices have seen a bit of a correction, but what are the other factors that will come into play for this 200 to 250 basis point for the company?
Yeah, so in the first quarter itself, there has been a gross margin expansion of around 240 basis points. And ultimately, that has resulted into a 60 basis points improvement in the EBITDA. Going forward, we feel that for the full year, there is still to come in terms of the gross margin expansion. And so the resulting impact would be there in the EBITDA margin to expand by at least 200 basis points plus. So that's the idea. And overall, if you look at the overall environment, the prices which had heated up in the last year in terms of the vegetable oils or the other agricultural producers also, they've all been now is coming down. And so we expect a margin reduction there.
Okay, so there's one more point, when I'm looking at it in terms of your presentation, while Navratna sales have seen a decline, Dermicool has actually seen a growth coming in. Could you give us an understanding of what was the main impact of this and the difference in both the sales is so much, as well as is there any market share loss on the overall basis, or have we managed to keep our market share in the talcum powder segment?
So broadly, our penetration has increased even for the Navratna oil. And so penetration has increased for both Navratna and for the Dermicool also. But broadly, because of the seasonality, because of the summer which had been hit by erratic summer and the unseasonal rains which has come up, so the summer portfolio has been badly hit. Within this, the primarily because in the current year, last year, the distribution was not used by us. Our distribution was not there. It was for the sellers' distribution was used. And this year, our distribution synergy has been reflected in the sale of Dermicool. And so that is the primary. There is a growth. It gets reflected. But overall, broadly in terms of the Navratna and Dermicool, both they are on the path of good growth, and we expect a good growth to come in the next normal season.
Right. Mr. Bhansali, one more thing I want to know and understand is obviously Adani Wilmar, today the news flow has come that, Adani Wilmar, the promoters are looking to sell some part of their stake in the company, the Adani Group. Is that something the company would find interesting to pick up at or look at as of now?
I'm not aware of the Adani Wilmar. I don't think that it has any synergy with our kind of a business.
Okay, and anything else that you would be looking in terms of an acquisition coming in from the company on the company side in the FMCG business? Is that something that you would look at in any other companies as well?
Yeah, we always are on the lookout for acquisitions or a full-fledged acquisition. The last one which we did was of the Dermicool, as you also know. And apart from this, we are always on the lookout for the strategic investments, and we acquire gradually the businesses. We make a strategic investment. So we have done a few, around 4 investments. We have already been made 4 or 5 investments. And we are again looking out for further strategic investments where we can nurture and grow the businesses, which should be in the healthcare and personal care segment where we are already present.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Bhansali, for joining in with us this afternoon on ET Now. It's always a pleasure having you in the show. Thank you so much.